Shogun takes a dark turn in episode 8 as Toranaga's fate hangs in the balance. We're breaking down the episode's biggest moments, exploring the shifting alliances, and uncovering the hidden motives that will leave you questioning everything. Welcome to this video. My name is Christian from Being Premiere, and this video contains spoilers for episode 8. Welcome and let's begin. Shogun episode 8 takes us on a journey of loss and new beginnings. Toranaga's world is turned upside down and everyone's trying to figure out what's next. So the title The Abyss of Life sets a somber tone for the episode, hinting at the despair and loss that the characters experience. It also suggests a sense of uncertainty and the unknown, as they live with the consequences of Toranaga's surrender and face an uncertain future. So episode 8 picks up after the shocking events of the previous episode, with Toranaga and his remaining forces arriving to Edo. We witness the emotional fallout of Nagakado's death and Hiramatsu's seppuku, something that we see in this episode, as the characters deal with grief and question their loyalties. Meanwhile, Blackthorn reunites with his crew, but face disappointment and a sense of displacement. The episode also introduced the city of Edo, showcasing Toranaga's vision for the future while highlighting the challenges and uncertainties that lie ahead. Finally, an encounter between Ochiba and Ishido raised questions about power dynamics and the potential betrayal. One of the most emotionally charged moments in this episode is a conversation between Mariko and Blackthorn, where he expressed his concern about her going to Osaka.
Don't go to Osaka.
Let's take a closer look at this scene and what it reveals about the relationship. In a quiet moment in between the chaos, Blackthorn seeks out Mariko to express his worry about her being sent to Osaka. He understands the dangers she faces as Toranaga's translator and fears for her safety. This concern goes beyond his growing affection for her. It also reflects his own experiences. He knows firsthand the ruthlessness of the samurai and the unpredictable nature of political alliances. Mariko, however, remains faithful in her duty to Toranaga. She understands the risk, but sees her mission as a way to honor her family's legacy and potentially achieve redemption for her father's action. This conversation highlights the conflicting emotions and motivations of both characters. Blackthorn's desire to protect Mariko clashes with her sense of duty and her need for self-sacrifice. It's a moment that showcases the depth of their connection and the challenges they face in a world where loyalty and survival comes first. Alright, let's talk about that bombshell of a scene between Uchiba and Ishido. This proposal has major implications for the power dynamics of the story. Let's break down what's happening and why it matters. Throughout the series, we have witnessed the partnership between Ishido and Uchiba, as a taiko's consort and a strategist in her own right, has played a crucial role in his rise to power. But this scene reveals a potential shift in their relationship and raises questions about Uchiba's true motives. Ishido appreciates in his victory over Toranaga, and he sees himself as the undisputed ruler of Japan. He believes that with Toranaga's surrender, his path to the shogunate is clear. However, Uchiba, ever the pragmatist, remains cautious. She reminds him that Toranaga is still a threat and suggests making their alliance through a public declaration of their intentions. This is where things get interesting. Ishido, captivated by Uchiba's strength and influence, proposed marriage, solidifying their bond and securing her position as his wife and co-ruler. But Uchiba's reaction is telling. She remains silent. Is she truly considering his offer, or is she already plotting her next move? This scene leaves us with a sense of unease and anticipation. Or does she have her own ambitions for power? Remember, Uchiba rose to prominence as the taiko's favorite consort and the mother of his only heir. This position granted her significant influence and power within the political landscape. However, with the taiko's death and the heir still a young child, Uchiba's position has become interesting. The proposal of marriage offers her a way to solidify her power. This could lead to internal conflict and instability with the faction, potentially weakening his hold on power. Her decision is a complex one, filled with political calculations and personal considerations. Will she think about her own ambition and security by marrying Ishido, or will she remain loyal to the heir and risk the uncertainties of the future? Okay, so the episode takes a somber turn with the funeral of Lord Nagakado. This scene is packed with tension and symbolism, so let's also break it down. So as you know, Toranaga's followers all come together to say goodbye to Nagakado. It's a sad event, but there's also a lot of anger in the air. Omi, Nagakado's friend, speaks up about how brave and loyal he was. He reminds everyone that he was all about serving Toranaga, even if it meant risking his life. But some of Toranaga's top soldiers are not happy. They show up to the funeral wearing their armor, which is like a big middle finger to Toranaga. They're basically saying they don't agree with his decision to surrender and they're ready to fight. After the funeral, things get even more tense as Toranaga reveals his plan. It's a decision that shocks everyone and makes them question his leadership. Toranaga drops a bombshell when he orders Hiromatsu to take all the guns and cannons back to Osaka. It's like he's giving up without a fight. Mariko tries to change his mind. She suggests even teaming up with Lady Ochiba to take down Ishido, but Toranaga doesn't accept. He says he's done with fighting and wants a peaceful surrender. Everyone is confused and angry. They don't understand why Toranaga is giving up after all they have been through. Is this really the end for Toranaga and his followers? In the middle of all this chaos, we get a quiet moment between Mariko and Buntaro. They share a tea ceremony which is supposed to be about peace and connection, but things get pretty intense. Buntaro tries to use the tea ceremony to get closer to Mariko again. He shows special decorations and poems, trying to remind her of the happier times. The ceremony itself is full of meaning, but it's also about respect, harmony, and letting go of worries. But as you can see, Mariko is not having it. She's still heartbroken and angry at him. When he suggests they both commit suicide together, she denied. She says she wants a life beyond his control, not just a shape dead. It's a powerful moment that shows her strength and her desire for freedom. While Mariko deals with her own struggles, Blackthorn finally gets to see his crew again, but things don't go exactly as planned. You know, Blackthorn was excited to reunite with his crew, but he's shocked by what he finds. They're a mess, drinking all the time and barely hanging on. Blackthorn tells them he got permission to take them back to the ship, but the crew's not happy to see him. Well, in this case, Salomon. They are angry about being stuck in Japan and blame him for their situation. This being Salomon. Salomon is pissed that he's dressed like a samurai, but as we can see, it's a tense reunion. He doesn't meet all of them and the crew is only remaining 6, but it's a tense reunion that shows how much Blackthorn has changed and how disconnected he is from his own people. This was really important because it means that Blackthorn no longer has a life captain or sailor, but with his own crew turning against him, Blackthorn is desperate for a way out of his situation. He turns out to Yabuchig, hoping to find a new ally. Blackthorn realizes he cannot rely on his own crew anymore, so he goes to Yabuchig with a proposal. He wants to sail under his banner and help him fight against his enemy. But as we can see, Yabuchig initially refused. He's still loyal to Toranaga, even though he's not sure about what Toranaga is planning. He reminds Blackthorn that a true samurai controls his own destiny and doesn't give up easily. Blackthorn is disappointed, but understands Yabuchig's loyalty. He's starting to see the way of the samurai code and the importance of honor in this culture. Amongst everything that's going on and the personal struggles, a tragic event also unfolds that shakes the foundations. Lady Daiyon, the wife of the late Taiko and a powerful figure, suffers a sudden stroke. Her final moments are filled with both sadness and defiance for Ochiba. She expressed regret for her past actions and tells Ochiba to release the hostage and seek peace. Her death is a significant loss and leaves a void in the power structure. It also serves as a reminder of what's going on in Japan with the fragility of life and how power is in between all of that. But the episode reaches a climax with a tense confrontation between Toranaga and his generals and his crew. This scene reveals the true depth of their loyalty and the sacrifices they're willing to make. Toranaga gathers his generals and presents them with a document to sign, pledging their support for his surrender to Ishido. However, the generals refuse. They believe surrendering is a betrayal of their own samurai code and are willing to fight to their death. He believed that sacrificing his own pride and power is necessary to prevent further bloodshed and ensure the stability of the realm. This confrontation is a pivotal moment in this series because it shows the loyalty, the honor, and the sacrifice. It leaves us questioning Toranaga's true motives and wondering what consequences his decision will bring. But just when we think we understand Toranaga's motivations, the episode throws us another curveball. A conversation between Mariko reveals that his surrender might not be what it means. In a cryptic conversation about poetry, Toranaga hints at his true intentions to her. He admits that Hiromasu's death, while tragic, was a necessary sacrifice to convince Osaka of his defeat. This revelation shocks her and us as viewers, as we realize that Toranaga has been playing a long game all along. He has orchestrated his own surrender as a way to lure his enemies into a false sense of security and ultimately gain the upper hand. Her role, Mariko, in this plan becomes clear. She's to act as Toranaga's spy in Osaka, I imagine gathering information, but also we know that she's gonna rescue those hostages that are captured, and also we know that she's gonna fight in Osaka, so I'm excited to see that. This is a dangerous mission, but Mariko is determined to carry it out. Driven by her loyalty to Toranaga and her desire for redemption, I cannot wait to see this. With Toranaga's true plan revealed, the episode takes another unexpected turn as alliances shift and new paths are forged. Yabuchika, inspired by Blackthorn, unwavering determination, Toranaga also knew about this, so that was so funny. And recognizing Toranaga's hidden strength makes a bold decision. He chooses to align himself with Blackthorn, offering him a new banner to sail under and a chance to fight for a cause he believes in. Toranaga further solidifies his strategy, suggests that Mariko goes with them, and this was so funny because they're like, wait, you knew about this? Of course, because Toranaga has spies all around. But yeah, this is to ensure that someone who can continue to gather information but also rescue those hostages that Ishido has. But yes, the episode ends with a powerful moment as Toranaga reveals his unwavering determination to fight. Despite what he created, he vows to honor the sacrifices of his son and his friend and to use the time they have earned him to achieve victory. This ending leaves us with a sense of hope and anticipation, eager to see how Toranaga is going to execute his plan and what role Blackthorn and Mariko will play in the final showdown. But speaking of power plays and shifting alliances, let's not forget about Ochiba. Her decision regarding Ishido's marriage proposal has a major implication for the power in Osaka, so in a surprising turn of events, she accepts his proposal for marriage. This decision is likely driven by the combination of obviously the heir, the Taiko's heir, and allow her to maintain her influence and potentially even increase her power within the faction. Regardless of her reasons, this acceptance of Ishido's proposal is a game changer. It changes their alliance and creates a formidable power couple that could significantly impact the outcome of the conflict with Toranaga. But episode 8 of Shogun is giving us a sense of anticipation for the final confrontation, and the episode has been an emotional roller coaster, taking us from the depth of grief and despair to the glimmer of hope and determination. We have witnessed the sacrifices made in the name of loyalty and the conflict of human relationship, as well as Toranaga's genius plan. It brings us now to the stage is now set for the final showdown in the next episode, episode 9, which is titled Crimson Sky. I cannot wait to see that. Check out my video on where I discuss episode 9 and my theories about who may die. My name is Christian from the Premiere, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.